Star Wars Outlaws spoiler-filled video review. Star Wars Outlaws releases today. Ubisoft invited me to review this early, so thank you, Ubisoft. I've been playing this game for over a week now on PC, and here are my honest thoughts. Written review on allcoolentertainment.com. Let's start with the main campaign. I thought it was a good mix of an original story with cameos and references from all over the Star Wars universe, from the original films, the Clone Wars, Rogue One, the High Republic, and more. This was absolutely a love letter to all things Star Wars. Introduced to scoundrel Kay Vess and her companion Nix, who I found to be both very helpful and absolutely adorable. Using Nix to help Kay felt easy and natural to me, whether it was setting off explosives, scanning for nearby enemies, or unlocking different areas. You learn some of Kay and Nix's backstory while rising up in the criminal underworld between the different clans. This was another aspect of the story I really liked. It felt fresh and in a way that we haven't seen quite fleshed out before. As the story goes on, you put together a crew for a grand heist against Slero and his Zarek Besh. Overall, I thought it was a good campaign and I liked the story. I found the gameplay to be very fun and it allowed me to just sit back and enjoy what was unfolding, whether it was sneaking around the Galactic Empire facilities and taking down stormtroopers, just playing sabacc, having a snack with Nix, or just randomly petting wildlife. Just simple things like riding around in my speeder, just looking at the twin suns on Tatooine was such a nice feeling that brought me genuine joy. The side missions came naturally to me, to the point where I would genuinely stop what I'm doing to complete the side missions, which does not happen often with me in these open world games. The side quests didn't really feel like a burden and would oftentimes elevate the main story, but if I felt like turning things up, I'd take a less stealthy approach to the Empire, so they'd bring out the Death Troopers, which can be challenging. Just walking around the cities and having droids go by and different characters and wildlife interacting with each other, it felt so alive. This felt to me like the natural progression of something like Disney World or Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge. Now, riding around in a speeder is fun and unique depending on the time of day and which planet or moon that you're on. I like how you can call your speeder to come right next to you in any location that a speeder's allowed. I do wish that you could jump on other moving vehicles or steal them from others instead of being tied to your speeder though. I had the urge to do this so many times, especially anytime I saw an ATST. Maybe in the sequel. Then there's the ship, the Trailblazer, which is also fun. I like how seamless it is going from a dock to space and then to hyperspace and beyond. How you have to pivot your ship away from the debris before launching into hyperspace. It's much more realistic in that sense. And when you launch into hyperspace using an Xbox controller, I'm sure it's similar on the PS5 controller, but it just felt so immersive. It was fun, but again, I would have loved to hop in some other vehicles. I do love me some TIE fighters. Now, I did have some issues on the ground level. Keep in mind, this is a pre-release, it's not day one version. But you know, I'd have a person who's in between the ceiling and the floor, some occasional freezing here and there, but I was messing with my PC settings. Part of that could have contributed to it. Either way, these are not game-breaking things, and I'm sure they'll be patched at some point, maybe a day one patch. Now, the music is actually really good too. I really love the music in this game. From when the game loads, the music is superb. The start screen music felt like Pirates meets Star Wars, which is exactly what it should be because that's what this game is. It felt very much within the realm of Star Wars, but in the underground criminal world. I love the combat music when fighting other clans or the Galactic Empire. And I love how in the cantinas or bars, you usually find a jukebox to play different songs, which are all pretty good in my opinion, and fit in well within what you'd expect from the Star Wars universe. I was a little disappointed I didn't get to see the Cantina Band on Tatooine, but I did enjoy all the music they had in this game. And I thought it fit in well within the Star Wars universe, which I can't always say that's the case in Star Wars media. In this game though, it all worked for me. Finally, let's talk about the visuals. I've seen a lot of people talking about this. There's a lot of misinformation out there too, edited screenshots and all sorts of things. The game looks good. I played this on PC but decided not to use the max settings as I just wanted to relax and enjoy what was unfolding. As someone who grew up with some of the older Metal Gear Solid games and Splinter Cell games, I liked the approach they took to this. I've seen some people have problems here and there. I didn't for the most part. I played this on PC, but I decided not to keep it on max settings as I just wanted to relax and enjoy what was unfolding without having to tweak things here and there. And I just got this PC, so I just kept it as is. But I thought it was a great experience and the game looked great, sometimes incredible even, without me changing my settings. Now yes, there were some parts where things dipped in quality, but for the most part, I love the way this game looks. Some of the best moments I had were watching the sun or twin suns rising or setting while on my speeder. Other times I'd be somewhere like on the cliffs of Tatooine just looking out into the distance and it just looked gorgeous. I don't recall having any load times, everything was seamless. The cutscenes looked very good, some of my favorites being on Canto Bight with the fireworks going off in the background right at the beginning of the game. So overall, in its current state, when you put everything together, I give the game a 4 out of 5. Now with the season pass and all that stuff coming down the line, I could see this going to a 5. But I'm someone who loves Star Wars, and I think that helps. And I've also been on a big Star Wars kick lately, and I think they did a really good job. You can tell they put a lot of love and care into this, to all corners of the Star Wars universe. But should you get this? Well, to put it simply, like I said, this game is great, and you want to try something without lightsaber combat, which, by the way, if you like lightsaber combat, I love lightsaber combat, I love the Force. Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor are great games. I hate to compare, but they're great games. And you can be a Force-wielding Cal Kestis, and it's awesome. I love those games. But if you want to do something that's more grounded, and is a different experience, it's open world, it's just so much more chill. It's also very fun. They can get intense at times. Then this game is for you. So that's my video review. Check out allcoolentertainment.com for the written review. Make sure you like, follow, share, all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you later.